Two of the most high-octane forces lead their teams out on the ice for warm-ups as we welcome you to our second matchup of today's Day 2 coverage of the 2022 New York State Amateur Hockey Association High School Club Tournaments between the Connetquot, Sayville, Bayport's Blue Point Thunderbirds and the Kings Park Commack Knights. Michael Andrew here, ready to bring you the action, and this, make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, will be a must-see battle from beginning to end. Connetquot Sayville is looking to bounce back from their first loss in the tournament, falling after they fell to Arlington by 1 goal. Missing in action for that matchup were the two guys that are definitely going to make a difference in this battle against Kings Park Commack. The starting netminder, PAL Junior Islanders product, Joseph Walsh. And with him today returning to the lineup and representing his team for the final time this weekend, the captain for the Connetquot Sayville Bayport's Blue Point Thunderbirds, another PAL Junior Islanders product, and who could go down as the Defensive Player of the Year for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. That man right there, Colin Bizel, the son of a Smithtown guy, looking for a better result than what him and his team had a couple of weeks back when they were defeated by St. Anthony's in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League Championship. And the Thunderbirds will take aim at the Knights, who have had a better start compared to their rival counterparts up here in Saugerties, New York. The Knights are riding on a big win over FDR, powered by a pair of hat tricks from Mikey Brazel and Nicholas Berhalter, as well as a massive shutout performance by Brandon Fuderman, who looks to be just as he did, who looks to be in the same position as he was yesterday, helping his team to a victory. And we'll see if he gets the starts over Joseph O'Neill or if Dwayne Kilmer will utilize the two-goalie tandem strategy that we've seen many teams use throughout the season, and we've seen some teams utilize that strategy up here in Saugerties in the last 24 hours. Obviously, this will definitely be a change in scenery for the goal in Connetquot Sayville's next matchup. Joseph Walsh, one player missing in yesterday's contest. He's back in the lineup, and he will no doubt get the starting nod over Noah Tolakowski here in this contest. A game that really has a lot of implications being put to the test. A win for Connetquot Sayville will keep them in contention for the rest of the weekend. However, a loss against the Knights will eliminate them and end their storybook season as they look to bounce back from coming oh so close to their first championship in more than a decade, in almost a decade, after they haven't had that championship win since 2013. Kings Park Commack Knights, heavy favorites. But the top line intact, hoping to provide the same results that we saw in yesterday's contest that the Knights won against FDR.
Morning.
Man, that's the epitome of the word robbery, is looking for yet another outstanding performance here this morning, but in a bigger way compared to the last time. Obviously, a county title would have been great, but how sweet would it be to go home with a state championship as we get this contest underway. And Connetquot Sayville is trying to chase it down. Dylan Quinn, who registered a goal in yesterday's contest, gets it to Satera, who almost gets that one to go against Walsh. However, Walsh wasn't phased. Pinballs back in front, and luckily for the Thunderbirds, they were able to evade damage. Bizel back in the lineup. Here's Bizel. Bizel sporting a different look than usual, as he was given the captaincy rights by head coach George Vadyak for this weekend over their former captain in Kenny Correo. So a big reward for Bizel, and there's a goal to kick off the match. An ugly bounce off the blocker and in from a tough angle by Evan Venth. It wasn't who we presumed that got the goal just by the replay we just showed, but nevertheless, it's a goal by a PAL product, and the Thunderbirds, more importantly, have struck first here in this contest against Kings Park Commack. Evan Venth provided the Thunderbirds with some big energy throughout some of the more important games in late January into early February, and he's just done that here in the last weekend of February up in Saugerties. Yesterday we saw his teammate Jimmy Brady capitalize on a goal, and here today it's Evan Venth's turn, finding one to go in the back of the net. Venth scored in the semifinal game against Northport Huntington, and he has tallied a goal here today, this morning, against Kings Park Commack up in the Saugerties tournament. So Bizel will attempt to reset as someone broke their stick, and that's going to be an expensive replacement right there as the official has to drop the stick, and as Tincher carries this one back in his own, doesn't miss fires right there. And Max Gorman loses his stick, and perhaps that might have been broken as well. Bizel slams on the brakes, sends it back to the point. Hayes in the picture, sends it wide rebound, and covering it up safely is the starting netminder for the Knights today, Joseph O'Neill. So, it indeed will be a 2-goal tandem strategy being utilized by Kings Park Commack's Dwayne Kilmer, with Brandon Fuderman not getting the start over O'Neill as we previously assumed going into this matchup after how he performed in yesterday's contest over FDR, collecting a shutout. And obviously we will see if that strategy pays off with O'Neill being in net over Fuderman here today against Connetquot Sayville. Right now, the Knights are down by 1, and they almost tied it up right there with Abazis just missing the post. Mikey Brazel, one of the hat-trick goal scorers for the Knights yesterday, as this one gets deflected into the mesh. And that came very close to our area, but luckily we got the net to create a little boundary between us and the playing surface. So, no harm, no foul. Evan Benth scored 10 combined goals. If we're counting his playoff goals, Evan Benth scored a combined total of 10 in his senior year campaign. Kenny Correo just misfires right there as that got deflected out of play. As I mentioned before, Evan Benth had one of the bigger goals that catapulted Connetquot Sayville to the upset victory over Northport Huntington in the semifinals. And Evan Benth is one of those type of players that is going to provide that spark for the way he plays, as all out and just shows all out intensity whenever he's on the ice, and that demeanor has paid off major dividends in the past for Connetquot Sayville, whether it's his speed or his just all-out hustle when he's in those tight puck battles. Berhalter denied there by Walsh, and it was heading towards the line, but luckily a crowd of bodies were there to prevent it from slipping into the net, and so this game remains 1-0. And how close was that from becoming a tied game? Well, you can't really tell right there, but it was close from our vantage point for sure. Tinchert gets it back onto the stick of Quinn, who then returns it onto the stick of Tinchert. Tinchert spins it in front. Satara knocked out of the way as he couldn't get a hold of the feed. Badyak doing a good job at canceling him out. Here comes Dylan Quinn. Satara trying to get it back as Brady advances the other way with Evan Venth. Venth feeds it across. Brady couldn't get that one to be touched home as KPC is able to flip it out harm's way. By Zell Arcasi. That deadly defensive tandem scores! Colin Bizel, the captain. It got a piece of O'Neill. And the advantage is to Bizel and his team, who have taken a 2-goal lead here in the early moments of the first. The team leader in points. It's another goal to his postseason resume. Finished the year with 21 goals in total for a combined team leading total of 38 points. Brazel. Parator. Prang couldn't deflect it home right there. Bazis. Brazel had trouble controlling that one on his stick, and Parator will have to retrieve it before Temporti can get to it. Brazel gets that feed, and he gets it back into the zone. Brazel firing, fended off right there by Walsh. Prang. Another chance, and that one didn't reach the goal as Temporti made the block, and he almost sent that one fully ahead to Saraceno, who's trying to break the other way. Here comes Billy Prang. The other chance in a different zone misfired for him. Prang trying to get a hold of that to no avail. Temporti goes the other way with Saraceno. And we get a whistle to stop play. So there is a change in scenery in nets as Dwayne Kilmer has made an immediate switch with Brandon Fuderman taking over for Joseph O'Neill after O'Neill gave up 2 unanswered goals, 1 to Bentham, 1 to Bizel, and there's another one. 3-0 Thunderbirds. A wicked backhand shot upstairs by Frank Saraceno has tripled Connetquot Sayville's lead here in the first. And now what we can assume the equipment violation has knocked Joseph Hoover out of the game. Saraceno picks up his first goal of the state championship tournament in this round-robin portion of the Socrates playoffs. And that was a thing of beauty for sure by Saraceno. Kings Park Commack looking to answer the call, down by 3. This one sent on goal, and it was lost in front in the tie-up between Brazel and Bizel, as icing called here will lead to another draw inside the Connetquot Sayville Thunderbird zone. Saraceno had a quiet season, only scoring 5 goals, but here today he's made his presence felt in a big way. It's been a good start for some of these teams here this morning at the Kiwanis Ice Arena. Saw one player put the puck between his legs and score amazingly, and we just saw one of the more unusual but dirty backhanders. And That is the current trend at the moment. Mikey Brazel having trouble trying to muscle off Hayes. He couldn't get a full shot opportunity off. Shapiro having trouble clearing this one out of harm's way. As this one is touched out of the zone, it'll be carried out further and back in the Thunderbird zone by Prang. Prang couldn't get that shot to go as it trickled off the stick and into the corner. Abazi's Shapiro. Brazel ran into traffic. Brazel positioning in the front, and he couldn't touch a home rebound. That one was sent wide from the top by Siegler. Chipped in front, Brazel couldn't get a hold of it. And he tried to stuff it in front to no avail as Evan Vance will pop it forward. Marchese. Mateo Marchese, one of the goal scorers from yesterday's contest. Part of that I just say him and Bizel, they make up what could arguably go as the most dangerous defensive duo in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, and it's paid off major dividends for the Thunderbirds in these last two games. Marchese scoring yesterday with Bizel absent, and Bizel's return has lived up to its billing as he appeared on the board, getting the second goal for the Thunderbirds through this period. And this is going to result in a penalty against Connetquot Sayville. So, turn of events, to say the least, as now we have a player down on the ice for Kings Park Commack after being on the receiving end of that heavy check. And 740 is the one that committed the infraction, and now the attention is on the Knights player down in the corner boards. Jacob Quinn, from who we can tell from this vantage point, number 22 was the one that was hit hard in the end boards. And right now he is being attended to by both the head coach of Kings Park Commack, Dwayne Kilmer, and our friend, the trainer of this Suffolk County High School Hockey League division, Omar, who, like us, made the long trip up to Saugerties, and so always great to see Omar looking out for these players in situations like this. So as we expected, based on the results of the play that just occurred, Jacob Quinn getting injured results in a 2-10 to 40. The 2 minutes will be sat by Madonna, and 40 will remain put in the sin bin for the better part of this period and into the second. So, Connetquot Sayville loses one of their key components on the defensive end, as that chance got negated right there off the block by Correo. Sotera and the Knights trying to set up some magic here to get on the board. Tinscher backhand try, couldn't spin it home that time. Rebound, Joseph Walsh in a vulnerable position, and he made a couple of magical stops right there. 6.5 to go. Bizel calling for the feed as it begins to get a little more physical in the end boards between these two squads after the recent turn of events. Here's the captain, Brent Hinchert. entering the zone. Tincher tosses this one wide of the cage, but it finds the stick of Berhalter, who sends it back down low, where Tincher will attempt to grab it. Hayes is able to come up with the clear as Parator couldn't get there in time to keep it inside the zone. Berhalter motoring in. Berhalter, curl and drag, and he's taken down by Evan Venth. A good job right there by Venth to deteriorate Berhalter's momentum. Tincher tried to play that one from the corner. So this is Satera at the top. Satera fires, and this one redirected off a leg in front, but wide. Tincher picks it up after Venth couldn't clear it out. Brazel off his skate, fires a shot, save made by Walsh. Mikey Brazel plays it back to the point. Parator observing, gets on to stick of Brazel. Brazel tried to center in front, and it pinballed off one of the Thunderbirds' skates and forces the Knights out of the zone, where they will be resetting from their own end. So the power play is unsuccessful for Kings Park Commack. However, 40 remains put in the penalty box for the penalty he committed, and the extra 10 that was added to the initial 2 minutes that he received. Bizel, 4.5 to go. 1 goal under his belt this morning. Bodies careening all over the ice. Connolly for the Thunderbirds. Brazel coming back into the picture for the Knights. And Bizel was stopped in that time by Fruderman, who holds up. Kings Park Commack finished the 2022 postseason with a record of 1-1, while the Connetquot Sayville Thunderbirds fared a little better than their rivals here today, advancing to the finals, where they fell just short of their first championship since 2013 to the St. Anthony's Friars. Connetquot Sayville won 3 straight, beating Northport Huntington, beating East Islip, followed by Northport Huntington, and then St. Anthony's. In Game 1, Kings Park Commack couldn't slam that one home, as someone who we assume from the Thunderbirds lost their net guard, and there's Walsh picking it up with his stick, and that net guard belongs to George Badyak, as we had an idea it was someone that was in that relative location. And Badyak, who plays defense, was the one that, by clear evidence, lost his net guard, and Satera couldn't push that one home. He's battling against the 40, the other top 40. Weir couldn't knock that one back in the zone, as Berhalter will have to reset. Berhalter pulls back as he didn't have a lane to send the feed to. Tincher. Berhalter. Here's Tincher. Satera. Tincher. Trying to finish strong right there. Knights coming in close. Bizel loses his stick, and now he retrieves it after KPC tried to toy around with him and make sure he didn't get a hold of it. Tinchert gets it. Tinchert scores! Roof job by the captain, and the Knights are on the board. Bad misplay by Kenny Correo leads to Kings Park Commack getting on the board, courtesy of the goal by Brent Tinchert. He finished the season with 16 goals and A career-high 33 points, which was the third most on this KPC Knights squad. Score! Wow! Just like that, Kenny Correo says, take that. Kenny Correo took that personally, and it's 4-1. KPC back in, but just misfiring. Frank hustles his man against the boards. Siegler couldn't keep it in the zone. Thunderbirds pushing the other way. Venth leans in and almost touches that one home. Connolly trying to pick it up from the corner as he's being hounded right there by two Knights players. Yun, one-timer, gloved beautifully by Fuderman, who holds up. Had a feeling once these two were back in the lineup that there was going to be a different result, and boy oh boy, have the return of Colin Bizel and Joseph Walsh. Boy oh boy, has the return of Colin Bizel and Joseph Walsh done that for their team here this morning. Connolly tried to drag the puck past Parator. Now he has to chase after it. Thunderbirds remaining close to the goal. Connolly the wheel it in front, and that one didn't go for him. KPC charging the other way. Colbello with Amelia. Colbello took a spill. Amelia misfires on the backhand try. Hanrahan tries to center in front on the rebound to no avail. Hayes going the other way now with Evan Bent. Hayes slams on the brakes. Sends a shot right into the glove of Fuderman, who holds up. 51 or 54 seconds to go here in the first. A better start for the Thunderbirds than their first of many games this weekend up in Saugerties. Out of the zone it goes, and Bizel will attempt to escape from the clenches of Berhalter. Bizel works this one off the glass, but not out as Shapiro makes the keep. Berhalter will attempt to track it down as Vadak is able to hand it onto the stick of Bizel. Bizel being tied up in the corner right there by Satara. Conference brewing in the corner boards between both squads as Bizel tries to push free out of Kings Park's clenches. And again, the jousting match continues along the half wall. And that does it for one. Chris Satara, Colin Bizel, the two captains, have an exchange as we head to the second with Connetquot Sayville on top 4-1. And this will give some time for Dwayne Kilmer to compose his guys as they gear up for the next 17 minutes of play, and there'll be plenty of opportunities for the Knights to drive the ship in the back in the right direction. They already got one past Walsh, which is definitely a step towards that goal they want to accomplish. So now it's just all about remaining consistent. And we're back. Second period just starting right here at the Kiwanis Ice Arena. And it begins with KPC sending that one into the body of Walsh, who makes the stop. Rayo. Save made by Fuderman, who holds up. Another player sent off the ice due to an equipment violation. And we get back to playing hockey here inside the Knights zone. Tinchert able to toss this one out of the zone by Zell, picking it up from the back end. Badyak sauce this one ahead by Zell. It'll squeeze through the pressure right there, send it across, and it bounces around inside the slot. Tinchert down low. Vance couldn't stuff it home right there. And as Berhalter tries to gather it out of harm's way. By Zell. Curl and drag by Zell, firing. Stopped that time by Fuderman. Tinchert gonna get the shot off right there as it got blocked in front. By Zell. Has it again. By Zell. Taking this one wide of Parator. Now he's forced into the corner as he tried to spin it back in the slot. Tinchert gets the steal, and he'll try to go the other way here for the Knights. The man with the only goal for his team, Brent Tinchert. And fittingly, because he is the captain alongside Chris Cetera for this Kings Park Commack squad. Brazel misfiring there. Rebound. Couldn't be put home. This one is juggled further off the stick of Gorman, but he won't get there first. However, it's blown dead for the high stick, and so we'll have another draw. This one's fed ahead. Yun trying to gather it amongst the crowd of bodies that laid in front of him. Correo sends it back to the point. Chance from the top. Save made on the kick stop by Fuderman. And we'll see if the Knights Can feed off of that. Stop. Brazel gaining the zone. Knights trying to get an opportunity to get to the back of the nets. And Walsh was sprawling out as the Knights couldn't capitalize right there. Brazel. Prang. Got tied up right there. Prang trying to create some separation. He gets it stolen away almost by Correo. Dylan Quinn in. Stopped by Joseph Walsh. It's an ongoing theme with Connetquot Sayville's netminder Joseph Walsh and his left-hand glove here in February. Tara closing in there, trying to get a chance to go for the Knights. KPC misfiring right there. Weir pinches this one into the corner. Thunderbirds trying to push out of their own zone and get back into familiar territory. This one is tossed forward. Kalk can receive that well as Weir will get a hold of the possession for the Knights in the back end. Tara angles it onto the stick of Tincher, but Tincher couldn't advance. However, here comes Peter Abazis with a chance, and he's stopped by Walsh. Walsh holds up, and Connetquot Sayville remains up front by 3.
When I turn all the way to the left, I'm kind of crazy in the air. What's up?
The Quinn brothers are on the ice for the Knights. Benth. Bizel, one-timer, kick save made, rebound. Another stop by Fuderman to shut the door on the Thunderbirds. Hard battling right there in the corner boards as Connetquot Sayville tries to capitalize inside the Knights zone. Here they come. Towards the goal, save, rebound. Another diving play was made, but it came from the defenseman, Jacob Quinn. Turnaround try, we couldn't reach the net off the stick of Venth. Casey will prevent the Knights from getting back into the Thunderbird zone. Argilla relinquishes it back into the hands of the Thunderbirds. Marchese peels away from his man, and here comes Matteo Marchese taking off. Marchese trying to button hook away from the Knights. As Kings Park Commack is able to lead it out of the zone. Here comes Billy Prang. Prang! Leveled by Tomforti. But the Knights remain put in the zone, and that chance was wheeled wide off the stick of Brazel. Argilla. Tension in there. Now Brazel moves into a different location. Tin shirts. Pardon me, it's Prang. Got it onto stick of Parator. Brazel trying to knife it in front. He had Berhalter in the slot as this continues to be bounced around inside the zone. Now Connetquot Sayville takes off the other way. Chance on that one misses for the Thunderbirds. Brent Tinshirt carries this one down the wing. Tinshirt drags the shoulder. See, couldn't get it to go. Brazel, though, gets a shot off, but it didn't get the job done that time. Brazel and Tinshirt in the corner. Tinshirt couldn't wheel that one back out in front, and Connetquot Sayville will bring out some new reinforcements while the Knights attempt to reset cleanly. Under 10 minutes to go here in the second. No icing here as Hayes plays this one off the boards and onto the stick of Marchese, who tries to push the other way, or pardon me, number 98, which is Nicholas Romano. This is Kenny Correo. Correo, tough angle try, and it's stopped that time by Fuderman, and a little disagreement leads to nothing else. Good chance right there by Correo to get another one to go in the back of the net, but the score remains 4-1. Correo stays on the ice. With Bizel waiting in the trailer for the feed to come to him. Now he's got it on his stick. Bizel tries to pop it forward. Prang able to skate in, and now Satara gets his chance, just misfiring right there. Hanrahan had a goal in yesterday's dominating performance against FDR. One player goes down in front of the net, but we play on 5-a-side. Bizel is able to absorb some of that heavy pressure right there as this is carried in by Correo. Correo's got Yun in tight. Correo backhand try, want to go rebound. He scores! Put home by Justin Yun on the beautiful feed by Kenny Correo, and it's 5-1. From the way it looked, it appeared that Kenny Correo threw it on net and it was a bank shot, but the clear indication from the replay shows that Justin Yun was the one to jam it home. And it's a 5-1 hockey game. And we get a stoppage of play right here. Offsides called against the Knights. Back to retrieve it to 40. Yeah, Brazel coming in close to try to make the steal as the possession continues to stay in the Thunderbird zone. Connolly pinching in there to try to get a hold of the feed. At the moment, it's Quinn throwing it on goal, and the chance in front just missed. Back at the top, Weir. Stopped by Walsh, rebound, and it couldn't be put home by the Knights. Brian Weir turns it over. And Fuderman makes the save against Evan Benth that time. This will result in icing as the Knights try to power the other way. Berhalter tried to get to it, but at the moment it's Connetquot Sayville who's looking to create another opportunity. Now the Knights have possession once more. Berhalter being hounded right there by Gorman as he tried to set it across to an open man. Shapiro positioned down low. Now he goes back to the top of his contemporary defensive spot as Billy Prang couldn't get a hold of it. Here comes Colin Bizel. 1 goal today. He's dangling down the wing as he carries this one from defense to offense. Bizel working the zone. Shot from the point, save, rebound. Gonna be put home, another chance, misfires for the Thunderbirds. As we close in on 5 minutes to go here in the second. Bizel. Delaying. Bizel looking for someone open. This is turned over and the Knights will look to charge the other way, but their momentum deteriorates as Bizel is sending this one all the way ahead. Gorman with a chance, just misfiring. Almost a perfectly executed play right there, set up by Bizel to Gorman. Now Dylan Quinn drives into the goal and he's stopped by Joseph Walsh. Chris Cetera making his presence felt. Thunderbirds not liking it. Four and a half to go here in the second. And at the conclusion of this period, we'll have 12 minutes of break time for the Zamboni to do an ice cut, and then we'll play 17 more minutes of hockey. And right as soon as this game ends, we'll have St. Anthony's facing off against East Islip in a very much anticipated matchup, and we'll have it right here on the LI Sports Network. Saraceno got plowed into right there behind the goal. Saraceno tried to drop it in front to no avail. Quinn attacking the zone. Chance on net by Hoover is denied by Walsh. Hoover back in the competition. Score! Mikey Brazel. 5-2. After a hat-trick performance against FDR, Brazel has yet again put another one in the back of the nets, this time against Connetquot Sayville, to make it a 3-goal game. Brazel picks up his 4th of the state tournament in this round-robin portion of the weekend. That chance against Pace was stopped by Fuderman. That chance by Pace was stopped by Fuderman in this case. Correo trying to hunt it down back on his possession. As this chance misfires for the Thunderbirds. Down low and almost got wheeled back in front. Correo and Berhalter. And Colin Bizel got muscled to the ice right there by Amelia. Bizel, watch out there. He was taking the task. And the hard battling continues as the Thunderbirds will head to the man advantage in a matter of moments. Save made right there by Puderman. score. Forget the power play. Justin Young has made it 6-2. Just like that, the double deuce has a deuce of his own. Justin Young. Here's Prang. Back in, he's stopped by Walsh. Zell feeds it ahead to that man. Fent gets the feed back by Zell, working in the middle. Tried to meander his way to the goal that time, but to no avail as Zell has to retreat and reset cleanly. 1.5 to go here in the second. 6-2 the score. Connetquot Sayville playing a strong game of hockey after not getting off to the right foot here up in Saugerties yesterday. Abazis. Final minute of play has been reached here in the second. And it goes out of play. Hoover couldn't dish that one onto the stick of Cetera as Kings Park Commack frustratingly tries to catch up with the Thunderbirds. Chance and tight by Tincher wouldn't go. Berhalter makes the keep. Berhalter sends that chance wide as well. Hoover keeps it alive in the zone. Hoover dipping and diving, got the shot off, but it didn't reach the goal. Hard hit thrown right there. And then another one delivered by Max Gorman, and this will do it for 2. As we have some chattering between Nicholas Romano and Nicholas Berhalter continuing at the end of the period. 6-2 to score. Thunderbirds lead heading to the third. We'll have a 12-minute break for an ice cut. Zamboni making its way out onto the playing surface, and we'll be back before you know it, ladies and gentlemen. See you very soon. The Stripes have made their way back out onto the ice, and in a few seconds, so will have the players. One last adjustment to the net. And here come the participants. Connetquot Sayville trying to finish off the Knights in their second appearance up in Saugerties this weekend. They didn't fare out well the first time, losing to Arlington by a final of 4-3. But they sure have done their job at rewriting the narrative and doing it in a big way. Up 6-2 over the Knights, who are coming off a massive shutout victory over FDR. All right, Chris Satera lining up alongside Donnie Pace as Kenny Correo and Brenton Shirt kick off the third period with the opening draw in the neutral zone. Pace, Saraceno, or pardon me, Marchese. Here's Mateo Marchese dumping in further towards the zone. And Justin Young got laid into right there as he tries to get closer to the goal. He's got 2 goals under his belt tonight, this morning, and this goes for icing. Badiak with the drive, and that one got deflected off the foot of the man that's trying to take control for the Knights here. Berhalter, centering chance! Oh my goodness! Joseph Walsh. Are you not surprised? Drive from the point, and this one just misses. Save made, rebound, and that one just got pushed out by the Knights. I'm not sure if that got a piece of Fooderman or if that was cleared out by one of the other players. As this just misses right there for KPC. Now Hayes try to dish it out of the zone. Here's Hayes carrying it along the wing and down through the middle with a chance on goal. Stopped right there by Fooderman. Might have to take another look at the Joseph Walsh save because he's just been doing this stuff on a regular basis now. This has become a normal routine for Walsh in games like this. In events like these, Walsh has just proven to have the flair for the dramatic. With those keen eye reflexes and some supreme athleticism that make for what will go down as an unbelievable highlight reel package when that time comes. Quinn trying to navigate through the pressure right there as it's popped back in front. Berhalter, curl and drag, but he couldn't get a good release on that chance. Berhalter, Tinchert. This one's played in the corner. Here's Quinn with a tough angle try, and that gets swallowed up in the glove of Walsh. Brazel couldn't pull it back on his possession. His Kenny Correo drives in hard but misses that chance. Here's Prang. Angles it onto the stick of Brazel. Mikey Brazel. Dangling. Brazel. Rebound. Stopped right there by Walsh. Here's Justin Young going the other way with Donnie Pace. 2-on-1 chance. Save made that time by Fuderman. Prang. Motoring back in. Prang. Brazel. Or that was a Bozzies in this case. Another chance. Brady just misfires on that. Or misconnected. Hayes plays this one off the boards, and this will go for icing. Tara. Tried to set it out in front as this is Weir trying to knife it back into the corner. Tinchert moving to a different location as he had to adapt. Berhalter. That's a Tara. Zell. And there's another penalty. No offsides. Casey trying to keep it inside the zone as Hoover ran into Saraceno, or Romano in this case. Romano, number 98, Saraceno, number 89. Gorman tried to get a hold of the rebound as Fuderman held up. win again. And Cobello got taken down as he tried to advance out of the zone. Vadyak on target, and a man in front trying to deflect it home, which was Max Gorman. 240. We'll gather it back to Vadyak, who tosses it in front. And the deflection attempt couldn't be put home that time as well. Wheeled out of the zone inadvertently by the Thunderbirds. And the race is on between Cobello and Connetquot Sayville's 240, but neither one of them would get the benefit of the doubt, as here's the Knights again getting control of it. Quinn trying to shake off the pressure in front of him as Saraceno and Kalk look to advance the other way. Casey. Observing. Sends this one forward. Madonna will try to track it down as Ziegler gets there first. Frank knifes it onto the stick of Brazel. Mikey Brazel. Trying to fend off the defense in front of him, but to no avail as here it is played inside the neutral zone. Under 10 minutes to go. Parator back on the stick of Prang. Prang juggling it as KPC makes their presence felt in Connetquot Sayville's territory. Rayo couldn't exit out of the zone. Prang. Bozzies twisting that one across, but it couldn't be received by Brazel. Bozzies again. Second chance as Brazel couldn't get the shot off. And we get a stoppage for the net coming off its moorings. Score. And it's the Knights who find some luck here in the third. We'll see who got the goal. Billy Prang adds to the board for Kings Park Commack, who now cut the lead to 3. And it's Prang's second of the round robin portion of this New York State tournament. We'll see if that is the Kickstarter for a big comeback for the Knights, as they have 9 minutes left on their side to right the ship and drive the ship in the right direction. Tin shirts. Firing. Save made by Walsh that time. So the recent goal given up by Walsh didn't phase him one bit, as he was able to make the stop right there against Tin Shirts. Down low. Brent Tin Shirts dishes it back to the point. Weird. On target, but that was fended off by Walsh. Hoover keeps it alive at the point. That one couldn't be. Knifed in front to Satara as this is played on the stick of Bizel. Bizel controlling. Bizel loses his stick, or pardon me, that was Chris Satara that lost the stick, and now he regathers it. Mikey Brazel slamming on the brakes as he looks to set something up from all the way back in the 9th zone. Weir tosses it ahead, and it couldn't be reached by anyone in sight. No icing called here as Marchese recollects it for the Thunderbirds. So 1-1 chance maybe, or it looked like that was going to be the case until the Knights came back to impede the Thunderbirds' progress. Ziegler. Now Bazzi's got ran into right there by 40. And that chance for Gorman just misfires. Look out there, Mikey Brazel able to absorb the hit attempt from the Thunderbirds player. KPC closing in, trying to get back within the Thunderbirds' reach. The closest this game has been was when the Thunderbirds were up 3-1. And then Kenny Correo immediately put all of that to rest after he was the cause for one of the first goals given up to Kings Park Commack. He went the other way and made sure that his name wasn't going to be remembered for a negative play. And that's why Connetquot Sayville is up 6-3. He's got a goal, and that man right there, he's got two, Justin Young. Rail. And Tinchert trying to work his way through traffic, and we get another penalty called here. This will be against Connetquot Sayville for slashing, and the Knights will head to the power play. 6:17 to go, and one could only guess what a power play conversion will lead to. Will we see Dwayne Kilmer utilize the sixth man and bring Brandon Fuderman to the bench if this power play succeeds? Only time will tell. Berhalter, save, rebound. Walsh was able to make two stops right there, and this results in a clear for the Thunderbirds, so a good start to the penalty kill. What a cross. Brazel from a tough angle couldn't get a good shot off. But the Knights remain in the zone. Prang feeds it across, and this one is played off the boards on the stick of Berhalter. Berhalter dishes it down low. Off the boards, Brazel takes the puck as Prang controls it on his stick. Prang delaying. Prang tried to feed it across, and it results in a clear for the Thunderbirds again. 1 minute left on the slashing penalty by Correo. Parator. Centering chance. Save made that time by Walsh, and he'll hold up. Giveaway right here to the Thunderbirds, and Connolly will try to dump it down for Young to chip and chase. Young evading carnage right there. Here's Young. Stopped right there by Fuderman as he continues his pursuit for the hat trick. And with 4:20 to go, he could accomplish that. But the Knights are looking to right the wrong with that much time on their side. Here's Correo, hot out of the box, and making his presence felt back inside the Knight zone. Turnaround try, wouldn't go right there for Correo. Weir on the back end for KPC, as this one is floated back towards the zone for icing. Under 4 minutes to go. Icing again. Brazel trying to win that battle. Or pardon me, that's Prang! And look out there. And that's going to result in a penalty against Peter Abazis. Things implode for the Knights as one of their top points getters from that first line in the box for who knows how much time. Luckily, it's only for 2 minutes, as we do not see any other Knights in the penalty box having to serve Abazi's penalty. Bizel tosses it over to that man, Badgak, who then sends it down low. Or pardon me, that was Brady, number 21. So this power play consists of Sean Connolly, Jimmy Brady, and Evan Venth on the offense, while Colin Bizel and Matteo Marchesi man the defense. Chris Satera and Marchesi both colliding into the boards right there. Save made on the shot by Marchesi from Fuderman. Coming up at the conclusion of this game is a battle between East Islip and St. Anthony's. St. Anthony's coming into the matchup with a record of 1-1 in this round robin portion of the state tournament, while East Islip has a record of 1-0-1, courtesy of the overtime loss to Northport Huntington. And we already see head coach Robert Miller standing close by the glass, observing what could be his competition if his team gets the big win over St. Anthony's here today. Obviously would have loved to have a victory in that overtime battle against Northport Huntington. However, they'll have a chance to get their revenge against one of the top contenders in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League that's representing the division here this weekend. A minute and 20 to go as the power play for Kings Park, or Connetquot Sayville expires. Bizell being hunted down right there by Brazel and Quinn. Bizell. Slams on the brakes. Spins it in front. Wraparound try. Couldn't be put home that time right there by Vence. Final minute of play commences. Pace to 40. And Hayes will keep it alive inside the zone. The last time these two teams met, Kings Park Commack went home with the victory, led by goals from Billy Prang, Peter Abazis, and the captain Brent Tinchert. And here today, they've been limited to the same amount of goals that they won by. 3. Won with 3. The Connetquot Sayville Thunderbirds bounce back from yesterday's loss to Arlington and win it over the Knights 6-3 with great goaltending from Joseph Walsh, a 2-goal game by Justin Young, and a big return in the lineup for Colin Bizell. Handshake culminates this hard-fought battle, and the two teams will reset for their next matchups later on today. Connetquot Sayville has the nightcap against FDR at 6 p.m. And before that game, it's Kings Park Commack who will face a tough battle against Harlington, and we'll have that covered up right here as day 2 of our marathon coverage in Socrates continues right after this with East Islip and St. Anthony's. See you soon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching.